I'm continuing on with my November gratitude calendar. I'm on day 16. On the 16th day of the month, I am thankful for crunchy, rustling leaves. And you're probably thinking, why would anybody be thankful for crunchy, rustling leaves? All of my memories of November include those leaves. They just make November a more cozy month. On the 17th day of the month, I am thankful for my hearing. That is something that I never want to take for granted. On the 18th day of the month, I am thankful for 18-wheeler drivers. They bring the groceries to the grocery store. They bring everything to all the stores, the warehouses. They pick things up from the factories and take them wherever they need to go. Just let the 18-wheeler drivers go on strike, and then we'll realize how much we depended on them. On the 19th day of the month, I am thankful for the cool, crisp weather. That makes November a much cozier month. On the 20th day of the month, I am thankful for my kids. I love my kids so much. They are so precious to me, so special, so amazing. I just love them so much. And if I had it to do over again and I could have different kids, I would have the very same ones that I have, because every single one of those kids are so amazing to me. So awesome. And I am so thankful that I have those kids. On the 21st of the month, I am thankful for the cozy restaurant meals. Now, I know what you're thinking. If I'm going to be frugal, I don't need to be eating out. And I don't do it that often, but every once in a while I like to go out with my kids. And in November, and this time of year, a lot of times the meals are festive, which makes it cozier. Sometimes they have festive foods that they don't have during the other times of the year. They might have sandwiches with cranberry sauce on them, or they might have butternut squash soup or something like that. On the 22nd day of the month, I am thankful for cozy sweatshirts. On the 23rd day of the month, I am thankful for the hazy overcast. It makes November a much cozier month. On the 24th day of the month, I am thankful for shelter. Now, I know rent is outrageous. House payments are outrageous. But I'm glad that I have shelter, and I know a lot of people do not. I'm glad that I've always had shelter when I was raising my kids when they were little. I am so glad that I had a place for them to live, and that's something that I never wanted to take for granted. On the 25th day of the month, I am thankful because the kids are at home more. Because of all the holidays, they get more time off from school. Now, I remember when my kids were still in school and they were home more in November because of all the holidays. My house was just so much more cozier because my kids were there. On the 26th day of the month, I am thankful for the specific Thanksgiving food. Now, I know earlier on one of the other days of the month, I said that I was thankful for just food. And now I'm saying I am thankful for specific Thanksgiving food. Now, I know you can have anything you want on Thanksgiving, and every family does it different. But the way my family does it, there's just something about the type of foods that we eat on Thanksgiving. It's just so cozy to have cranberry sauce and butternut squash soup and green bean casserole and all the other things that we have. On the 27th day of the month, I am thankful for health care. That's something that I never want to take for granted. I've read books that missionaries have written where they went to foreign countries, and some foreign countries do not have health care. And she was saying that medical professionals would go to foreign countries and they would set up and people would just get in line and they'd serve as many people as they could for that day. So I am so thankful that we have health care the way that we do. On the 28th day of the month, I am thankful for minimalism. And I know what you're thinking, why would anybody be thankful for minimalism? Well, if you knew my history, I have lived with people before who were not minimalists. They were the opposite. And it's very stressful, and I'm not going to get into all that, but once you live through all that stress and anxiety and depression because of stuff and junk, and then you have the opportunity to be a minimalist, to have that peace and tranquility and joy, you're thankful for it. So yes, I am definitely thankful for minimalism. On the 29th day of the month, I am thankful for access to God. We have access to Him. We can pray to Him anytime we want, every day, as many times a day as we want. We can trust Him. If my access to God was cut off, that sounds pretty horrifying. So my access to God is something that I do not want to take for granted. On the 30th day of the month, I am thankful for love. Because we can go through the motions and have this wonderful Thanksgiving meal. We can jump through the crunchy leaves. We can put on those cozy sweatshirts and cozy socks. But if we don't have love, then everything that we do is going to be meaningless. It's just going to be going through the motions. We'll just be so empty. So I don't want my life to be meaningless. I want it to be full of joy. I want all the people in my life and every minute that we spend together to be precious. I want to enjoy the time I spend with my kids and grandkids and in-laws and friends and family. I want every minute to be precious, and I want the people in my life to know that they are precious to me, that I love them, they are special to me. Yes, I don't want to be empty. I want to actually have fun and joy in my life. So that's why I am thankful that love exists and that we don't have to just go through the motions of saying that we celebrated November. So that is all of my November gratitude calendar.